Everybody, welcome back to Mage Renaissance, episode 77 with me, Sid, and I thought we'd start over here in the old spawn area, because today I have decided to call it a day on this mod pack. I will explain a bit more why, but just remember, don't worry, if this has been here a while, it didn't take long before it got blown up by a creeper, and it's a bloody rocket creeper blew me up and a merchant up. It's spawn protector, so I can't fix it. Sorry everyone for spawn. Protection stops beds and doors working properly, and yeah, it's spawn protection's a stupid thing. I actually should turn it off more. I generally do. And a little later date, Chris, when we were still on the server, came in and wherever my base, I'm over that way. Now, over this way, if I were to head over this way somewhat, and I should eat. Now, where are we? I need to find it. It's not going to be here, the base, that. No, it's not that one. Hang on. Finding your way around when you can't remember. There was a a thing and a thing with a thing and something. Incidentally, you can see the End Reborn mod has been removed because look at that. Endermite spawners. Oh, hello. Definitely got some something going on there. So there was a I'm trying to remember. It was over here somewhere we set up our original base, and I cannot remember exactly where now. Since then, obviously, I have reset the world, hence why everything's running slowly, and I'm seeing cascading world gen lag, which is probably part of what's going on there. So we set off over this way with a temporary base, as I am want to do. I do like to initially try and find a place. Oh, interesting. Badly generated chunk there, look. Well, it's not a chunk, it's like a quarter chunk almost. Very interesting. Anything in there? No. Don't know why I would look anyway, I don't need to. And then we eventually moved off to our final location where we built. Now, the reason I decided to end, well, you know why I'm ending it. The pack has got unreliable, and to the extent that maybe I didn't reset this region file, I don't know. To the extent that I'm finding it increasingly hard to record the pack. What with getting tick lag, I can see. I mean, I'm looking at skipping 72 ticks, running 3603 milliseconds behind. You get a whole load of those messages, and that's just fine. Modded Minecraft is modded Minecraft. It is problematic at times, and sometimes throwing together a whole bunch of mods will have unforeseen results. But this pack has been a little bit buggier than most. I personally do believe that Thorncraft has an issue with cascading aura generation. I can't prove it. Obviously there's not much point in reporting it into Asnor, and obviously it will get picked up when we go through that way. But it is what it is. We've kind of worked on what we did, and obviously took this Chinese theme. I must admit I have enjoyed these Chinese building blocks. They've been really quite fun to build with. Chisels and bits, of course, gave us a whole load of options as well. And we came in and we started off with this area, and obviously protecting ourselves in with barrier stones. In fact, we started off originally digging straight into this cliff wall here and going into a room which went back, and that since became our storage area down here. But it has been a blast. You know, we've had a lot of, well, I've had a lot of fun. Hopefully you've had a lot of fun. You know, we've done the blood magic and used the silent gems to do that. We've used blood magic to move the spawners, that's the word I was looking for, around. And yeah, it's been good. And if you recall, we started more or less with this level here, and you know, built that and that big room there, and obviously we've got the Britannia garden, which has had a fair amount of stuff. You know, we really didn't use these after all the trouble of getting them. They were about the only plant that actually worked out of that expansion for Thorncraft. We never really got to use this. This was things. We're almost, I think we could probably just about get a Terra Steel ingot now, just. We probably couldn't open the actual portal though, so there you go. But it has worked. The melon situation has kept up just. It looks to me that we are about to go into deficit, but you know, that we're using more melon than we're generating, but you know, that's fine. But this garden, I enjoyed building this actually. It was it's sometimes nice to come out and just do this this thing and actually throw a little bit of coarse dirt down to simulate these shadows under the trees, and plus it gave me the options somewhere if I can find it. There's some of these are chiseled if I recall. I thought maybe not. Maybe not that one. I don't know. I can't remember what I did where actually. But yeah, there was definitely some with chisel for lighting. And yeah, I've enjoyed this world. The sheep farm, we never really things. These, where are you? You'll be about somewhere. There's always one of them. These guys, there we go. Career suicide as the comment. We had a comment about his being a merchant is career suicide. It's more of a suicide career, I think. I can't find any of the little. There we go. These. You should. These are probably. I wonder whether if anybody's looking for an idea. A tree farm, self-planting. Those guys run around and they do like to plant the trees down. Not that one. That's that one we did ourselves. Can we sleep yet? No. But the sheep farm, we never really used it after all that. I was expecting to use lots and lots of coloured wool, but there we go. At least they're quiet because we've got the thingy down. Let's have a sleep. So on the whole, I have enjoyed the pack. It's some mods more than others. I certainly have got I'm going the wrong way. Way too much enjoyment out of that. That thing has been far too much fun. Just enjoyed it big time. And the Thorncraft, as always, has been a great thing. Oh, look at this. Look at him. Serious, dude. Where's your mate who's planted them? Because you didn't plant them. You're just a bog standard oak tree planter. But you just look at the thickness of this forest. Thanks to these guys, they are relentless. I suppose I should have this on because I see you. Oh, another one. There's another one about here somewhere planting great woods. Hello. Don't know where he's gone. But the Thorncraft has been fun. We will go over to the Nether in a moment, but not immediately because, of course, one of the issues I have is with Nether lag. Yeah, we're not. This area is pretty good. We're Why have we got this rather nice tower? We never used this floor. This floor came in useful for storage. It's obviously our Essentia thing, and again, I quite like this build. It worked reasonably well. Moved most of the Thorncraft. Thorncraft is one of those things you always think it needs a lot more space than it does. But we did an awful lot with Thorncraft. Well, I think we did quite a lot with Thorncraft. We got this thing running. We never got the stabilizers, but we never actually got to building anything that was needed the stabilization. And obviously we got into the golems quite excessively as well. So that was always entertaining. But I enjoyed the Thorncraft, and I think it was a shame that it got ditched. We never finished off that either. Obviously, this is fairly recent. This was the older memorial to the traders. Over this side, apart from the tree farm, which it works okay actually. It's not super fast, but if I wanted logs, I'm not shy of logs. Didn't do a huge amount with embers. Embers I actually really only played with as far as ore doubling, which, you know, we pumped everything in and did all the stuff and yada yada. So yeah, we never. But again, one of the problems I have, and one of the problems I often see in packs like this, obviously there's our ember board down here, which has got a little bit of stuff left over as well. Is this embers? If you have a look at embers, for example, no, let's have a look at embers. There is a little bit of armor, you know. There's Dawnstone Mail, there's if I can find it, there's the Ashen Cloak and all of those bits and pieces. There's a few tools. Generally speaking, I find the embers armor and weaponry inferior to others, so you don't use it. Here's the astral. Didn't do a great deal up here, but you know, down to our last rock crystal. And obviously up here is where we did the astral sorcery, and again tried to keep that Chinese theme. It was a little bit, yeah, I think if I was doing this again, I would have probably picked another mountaintop. I did like the ramshackle nature of it, but things. Of course, we mustn't forget the monk mod either. You know, the fact that we had the going through the various monk things was quite entertaining, but problematic at times, now and again. Not a huge amount, but yeah. Now, it has to be said that Astral Source, well, quite a few of the mods I could have done more efficiently. There were things that we did that were not as efficient as they might have otherwise been. I hold my hand up. I never claim to be an expert. I play this game because I enjoy it. I record it because I like to share what I do, and you know, it's not necessarily sharing it saying, hey, look at this, this is the best way. It's just me sharing it to say, this is what I did. You know, you don't have to do it this way. No one's telling you to do it that way. But if you like it, watch it, and if you don't. You know, that's how it goes. I don't make a living out of this. I have no interest in making a living out of this. This YouTube, I think, making a living out is way too stressful. My sparse bedroom, very fitting for my monkly life. Potion area, we again didn't really do a huge amount with this, but at this point we've kind of got to the stage where potions are largely irrelevant. Never used this floor. We never got to finish the building, which is a shame. Enchanting area, and obviously the stuff for the various what's it, the Electroblob Wizardry. Interesting mod, and I would like to see that. I think that could work well in an RPG style pack. If we could come up with something for the fighters and the different classes, and restrict, you know, if you say, oh, I'm going to be a mage, you go, right, well, you know, you can only wear mage's armor, or if I'm going to be a fighter, well, you can wear plate, or I'm going to be a ranger, well, you can only wear chain, or, you know what I mean? So trying to lock it down. Whether it happens is another thing, but again, we didn't use the enchanted stuff because, with the exception of our blood magic, which actually has taken a bit of a beating out there, that needs a repair job. Well, it would do if we were continuing with this things. And obviously, our repair facility is over there. So that's more or less this area. We've covered most of the stuff that's in this. I don't think there's anything else around it, but it has been fun. I'm gonna zoom right up, and if I see if I can't get a good view of everything that's gone on this. I can't quite get that. No, not quite there. I'm going to go this way, I think, like so. Let's get a screenshot. That will do for, I think, thing. Never finish this garden off as well. I'm terrible for not finishing things. I actually, to be honest, I'm not. I usually hate not finishing things. It's a personal bugbear of mine, if you like. Betweenlands, while we're on the subject. The Betweenlands I like and don't like. For one, they sometimes drop surprises on you, like, oi. Bit of lag going on there. Yeah, again, I've got TIG lag. I can see it on the console. How the... Oops, sorry. Anybody else? No, I think that's all the overworld mobs that have got in here. Right, where's my... Oh, my foods. Oh yeah, but it converts back, doesn't it? Where's my chaos gem gone? Right, yeah. So the problem I have, or the big problem I have with the Betweenlands, is this. Now, I'm a YouTuber, and I record my videos for YouTube, and realistically, this is horrible for recording. It is too dark, you can't see. Which is why we had to have the hoofer thing on. Sorry, I've just got these guys. I always like to. Well, there's quite a few of them about, isn't there? Anybody else want a piece? No? Okay. But yeah, so the Betweenlands, we did have a bit of fun in here. It's to me, it is a very, very odd dimension. It has a lot of strength going for it. It has a lot of nice ideas. The alchemy system is interesting. It's all interesting and good, but ultimately, yes, you still working, aren't you? You're a good little boy. But it almost wants to be played on its own. You almost want to be starting in the Betweenlands dimension and having to... in fact, I should probably go and have a look, see if I've got anything to offset my decay while I'm here. Yeah, so offset the thing. Start here. It's a bit like the Twilight Forest in that respect. You know, would be, in some respects, better suited to being a... You're not going to shut. Yeah. Again, you can see the lag that's part of the rationale behind ending. This is kind of ubiquitous across the entire world now. Over time, it gets that way. But you know, we've covered a huge area. Again, covering this without flight, I think would be horrendous. it would be a very different game. But I don't know. It's a beautiful mod. It's a very nicely visualized dimension, and when so many dimensional mods just work on the basis of quite literally work on the basis of, oh, let's see if we can't get this. Come on. Love the fact we can get, oh hello. Go away. Right. Come on. Let my tree gob at you. Oh, how much damage doesn't do a lot. Oh, actually it's not bad. So yeah, that's the Betweenlands. We've had our fun here, and the one thing we did. Oh my God, he took out. How much of the tree did he take out? Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. Okay. Right, let's just head back. So yeah, we had our fun there. That was an enjoyable few episodes. We can turn you off now. And of course, the other side of things that we had. I remember at one point we actually had some other mods in the game, and if you recall, I had a hell of a job in the Nether Fort. Nether base, and that explains a lot. Yeah, the flux has built up, and we have lost our furnace. Well, as I say, it explains an awful lot, doesn't it? What have I got on me? Anything that I can use as a block? Yeah, a bit of netherrack will do the trick. Doesn't matter, we don't actually have to try and fix this because, you know, things, but that is the danger of flux, which is why we did all of our building over here. Whether we could, well, I haven't got the materials here to fix it anyway, but it's definitely gone foobar. But the Nether was fun. There are still a few of the alternative mods around out there. That's obviously where we originally spawned. These are a pain in the backside. And there's a lot of them about. These guys are a bit of a pain as well. Fortunately, quite easy to kill. But not as bad as those possessed skeletons. They were absolutely shocking. Silent gems, that was an entertaining one, and obviously a good source of some material in the Nether. They're actually quite weak, those, aren't they, when you get down to it. But yeah, the Nether was semi-interesting. There wasn't, I don't think, a huge amount. The end also had its problems, and again we took out some of the issues, some of the items that were causing us problems. So let's just head up, finish. Let me just, before I run over there, let me check how long I've been recording, and I'll be back in a second. All right, perfect opportunity to finish off with. I am at more or less the end. There is no Ender Dragon. So this was our, well, there we go. I'm just looking at the tick lag again. If we /forge TPS, that was a command that we suggested. The Nether mean tick TPS 7, and you can see that is having an effect. So the Nether is definitely causing an issue. Yeah. If you wondered about the lag, there you go. There's a definite issue here. Now, I started building this. I tried it in a test world in the first instance and it seemed to work. So I went ahead and yeah, you can see here what's going on. Went ahead, built all of this. Didn't work. Needless to say, I was a very happy bunny. And grumbled about it in the last episode, or the last but one episode, I can't remember now. Tried some various other things. We tried interdiction tuxes. They only have a range of about 4 blocks, so you know, not really very good. And yeah, it's just not working. So I have tested this in a creative world now. This does not work in the end. Doesn't matter whether I power it up, whether I put, you know, full on crystal. I mean, this wasn't a bad crystal. This was 490 purity. The cutting was terrible, and apparently that does have an effect. So you know, today I learned. But I can't remember which way. I can't remember which way the end island was. Why have I not got an end? Okay, let me just go and find it. But yeah, it was just doomed to failure, and it was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back almost. Well, one of the straws that broke the camel's back. Is it over there? That kind of feels... There we go. But the end island itself has been quite reasonable once we got rid of those angry Endermen. Angry Endermen, I think, are a vile idea. Pre-aggroed Endermen. Whoever thought that was a good idea? And if we were doing more Thorncraft, you know, there's lots and lots of the crystals out here. If you can get around down here. Plenty of stuff to be had. And a few... well, did I? Well, if I did aggro him, he's not noticed. Again, the lag, you see. In fact, let's have a /forge. No. Yeah, there's definite. The nether is where the issue is. That's a real problem. Anyway, long story short, we did most of the stuff. We dealt with most of the issues. These guys are interestingly strange. These void eyes. They're quite easy to kill, especially when you got the gauntlet. Oh, and Psy, of course, the other one, the Psy, was also incredibly good fun. But long story short, I think it's time to call it. I don't think the lag is going to get any better. Certainly, travelling, not being able to travel between dimensions without worrying about lag and things, you know, is not ideal. But it has been I've enjoyed building this. Excuse me. Oh dear. And yeah, we're going to move on to something new next on the Sunday. So until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the series as much as I've enjoyed playing it. I'm sure there are derps and things that I've done which have exasperated some of you. And, you know, I don't claim to be perfect. I've never claimed to be anything like that. I'm me, and I will just continue doing what I do. Which will almost certainly involve doing things wrong. But until then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.